Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. Today I'm feeling much better than yesterday. I remembered my own words earlier, which was that this is a WWE Presidency. Basically what it means, it's going to be like the WWE match where people come and make outrageous claims and then everything is pre-arranged and it all falls in place. So I had forgotten my own prediction. We had the postponement of tariffs on both Mexico and Canada, and I predict the same thing is going to happen with China as well. So I'm going to be taking an approach where I would do more of pre-market trades and post-market trades. I'm going to wait for things to happen, and many of the things which are very obvious will happen. And I suppose there is a lot of opportunities for retail investors to make money, provided we read the tea leaves properly. So that said, I'm going to start off by looking at our indices today. The Dow futures are down 0.24%. and S&P futures are down minus 0.09%. Nasdaq futures are up mildly 0.07%. Again, this is because of the China tariff effect. China has announced counter tariffs, and I predict that in a short period of time it's going to be postponed by another month, so that we'll have the same configuration of situations happening next month and so on and so forth, giving opportunities for many people to make money. And I think that Trump doesn't like the stock market going down. So whenever the stock market goes down, he's going to roll back some of his proposals which caused the markets to go down in the first place. And many people are going to be able to make money, and we should be one of them. So that's my conclusion. Let's look at the disclaimer and then proceed further. Welcome back, friends. Next, I would like to get into the TradingView platform and look at our Nasdaq futures. I still think that Nasdaq futures are very well into the bullish structure. Pre-market, they are up 0.13%, and they have not yet created lower lows and lower highs as such. So I'm still hopeful that we are continuing our bullish trend, and this diagonal line of support that you see here is going to provide the necessary support. And once the China cloud gets lifted in a day or two, I think we are going to see a bounce back again, and the story will repeat at the end of 30 days, where around the 25th day or the 23rd day we are going to be having speculations about whether Trump is going to put more tariffs or if he's going to actually impose the tariffs. And when the countdown happens, maybe on a Friday or something, we'll get news that the tariffs have been postponed. So that's what I'm thinking. I would like to hear from you guys what you think. Put it in the comment section below. And because of all this, I think technical analysis and fundamental analysis are not going to make any difference. It's going to be street smarts, and many of our viewers are quite street smart. So I think we have to depend on the comment section more than all the technical analysis and fundamental analysis that we attempt to do in this channel. That said, I would like to look at our S&P 500 E-mini futures, which are down 0.02%. So it's not as bad as it was when we closed yesterday. And we are still below the 21-day exponential moving average. So that's a matter of concern, but we are still above the diagonal line of support of a bullish channel. So that's another positive. We are also above the 200-day exponential moving average. That's another positive. We need the MACD to become bullish, and we need the momentum to be above average, and then things will work out well. However, one of the negative factors for today is that the yields on the 10-year are going up, and they have gone back into the diagonal line of support of the previous bull channel. I'm going to mark that green. And they have also gone above the 21-day exponential moving average. This is not good, and the MACD is trying to mend itself. Momentum is also picking up. This is all a result of the China tariff play coming in. The trade relationship between the two countries is much bigger and much more intrusive. So we are seeing these things happening out here. And also I would say that it's a flight to safety factor which is working out here, because foreign investors who have money in maybe yen or something else, they would definitely like to be in the greenback, because greenback will be stronger and much more stable. But how long will that story continue if US continues to break its own institutions and break agreements that it has made in the past and withdraw from global institutions like WHO and stuff like that, the environment agreement and so on and so forth. So as US becomes more isolationist, that is incompatible with being a global reserve currency. All of that will be seen in the movement of the 10-year yields, and we'll have to watch out how this happens. For instance, some countries might be selling their US bonds for some other kinds of asset, and that's why we have to look at gold. So if we look at gold out here, you will see that gold is at an all-time high. Gold might be getting into the reserves of many central banks by reducing the proportion of US dollar reserves. So that is something that could be happening out here, and I can't rule that out. We have MACD, which is very bullish. Momentum is also showing that it's very strong. RSI is overbought, but gold has gone above the RSI many times, above 70%, and has gone all the way up to 86.38 before reverting back. So I think gold still has a lot of strength in it. And with that said, I would like to move to the PCC, which shows that we are a little bit neutral to bearish in the morning, and our VIX is also dropping a little bit. So it's a kind of mixed signal out here. And now let us go and have a look at our watch lists. Well, let's take a look at our AI watch list. First, we have Google out here, which is looking pretty good actually. It's up 1.16% in pre-market action, and it's well above this bull flag support line. It's also above this diagonal line of support. It has blown past our reverse head and shoulder pattern price target of 190.68. And MACD is bullish, and momentum is also looking pretty good. We have earnings this evening after hours. So we could also have a potential situation where it is buy the rumor, sell the news. So I wouldn't rule out a possibility that after hours, we may see the share price drop and give up some gains. So that's a possibility that one has to keep in mind. That said, let's look at Tesla, which continues to be struggling to break upwards. It's up 0.45% in pre-market trades, but once the market opens, we'll have to see where it goes. It has some kind of support out here, which has been holding it up, and the support line is at 378.02. So if it falls below 378.02, I think its next support is going to be 360.19. Right now, MACD is bearish. Momentum is also below average, and I think the overall trend is likely to be bearish, but at this point of time it's just a consolidation unless it breaks down below this line of support at 378.02. Apple is continuing to go down, and one of the reasons is because of the China tariffs and the response from China. China is a bigger market for Apple, and Apple has also set up plants in India for manufacture, so it could export from India. But again, the India-China relationship is not that great. So we'll have to watch this space for a while. Intrinsically, the company is good. It's just the market share thing that we have to worry about. There has been a huge drop in value. We are just above the 200-day exponential. If we go below it, then we'll be bearish. Right now, it's a touch and go situation. So if, just like what happened with Mexico and Canada, if Trump decides after speaking to President Xi that he's going to postpone the tariffs by 30 days, you will see a relief rally in Apple. And at this point of time, if I take a measuring widget and measure how much value we have lost, it's around 8.14%. So if at the end of the day today, we lose about 10%, and then tomorrow we get news that China tariff is also going to be postponed by 30 days, then you can see a jump of at least 5 to 6% in Apple. So from that perspective, it's a swing trade opportunity. And again, this is my personal opinion, not financial advice. Guys, I need you to give your feedback, your thoughts, your ideas, and the rumors that you have heard in the comment section below, so that we can share market intelligence between us, retail investors, because I think technical analysis and fundamental analysis are not going to be enough. for the kind of market that we are seeing right now. It's a performative presidency, WWE presidency. Outrageous things may be said and executed only to be rolled back. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities. Let us pool our intelligence, let us pool our information and ideas and make the best out of this, because this is a very good opportunity to make money, in my opinion, and one of the best presidencies to make money. Now let's look at Meta next, which is up 0.71%. Very strong action out here. And we have this diagonal line of resistance. It's a megaphone bull channel. And when we hit the top, we're going to start moving on the way down, maybe a little bit of consolidation and then back up again. That's the way I look at Meta right now. Amazon is up 0.50% and still in a bull channel, having a lot of support. The upper level of this bull channel is marked in red out here, and it will perform the role of the resistance. I'm just going to drag it out a little bit so that you can see where it is. So again, the same story, we're going to oscillate between these two levels. Microsoft is up 0.23%, trying valiantly to recover and come above the 200-day exponential moving average, but the vitals are still looking weak. So we'll have to see what happens when the market opens. Again, DeepSeek is another big story, which is hurting Microsoft, but they have increased the subscription costs, so that should be a positive when we see later on. And they have reduced some of the components of their offerings in Microsoft 365 subscriptions, so that could form a separate revenue source. Next, look at NVIDIA. It's up 0.29% in pre-market session. Again, just like Microsoft, it's also struggling to come above the 200-day exponential moving average. And if you look at Qualcomm, it's down 0.39% in pre-market trades. AMD is up 1.38% in pre-market trades, still struggling to get above this diagonal line of resistance. Can it do that today? Hopefully. Let's see what happens when the market opens and if it is able to sustain the positive gains that it has got in the pre-market session. FNGU is up 9.60%. Again, an opportunity to make some money here. I've been making some money with FNGU. Right now, I'm a little bit down on it. I have accrued some losses. I'm at 624, so I'm hoping that we get another 6% out here so that I can take out my profit. And basically, I'm going to be trading pre-market and post-market for FNGU going forward, and that's the only ETF that I'm going to look at for making profits in the next 6 to 8 months. That's my strategy. Broadcom is up 0.23% in pre-market trading. Oracle had given up a lot of gains. It's trying to salvage that. It is still bullish, but today, one of the positives in the pre-market action is that it's gone above the 21-day exponential moving average. MACD is still bullish. Momentum is just about average. I hope that Oracle gets the strength to pick up from here and do a gap up closure out here. And there was a gap up and there was a gap down. So there is a huge void out here, which is going to act as a very strong magnet. We got to go up and cover that and completely fill it up. I think Oracle will probably do that in this week. Palantir is up 21.59%. Personally, I think Palantir is very overvalued, but this is what the market action is saying. RSI has got plenty of room. Momentum is absolutely bullish. Earnings were looking pretty good. The earnings surprise was 26% on the EPS side and 6.67% on the revenue side. What is there not to like? But remember, Palantir has got a lot of government business, and with cost cutting going on in the government, there could be a bit of risk for Palantir as well. I'm going to stay away from this stock. That's my personal opinion. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think about Palantir. Micron is up 0.39% in pre-market action. Cloudflare is up 1.97% in pre-market action. And Adobe is down 0.39% after having made smart gains. I had predicted that this is a cup and handle pattern which will like to fulfill itself, but I'm not seeing that thing materializing as yet. But MACD is still bullish, so I'm optimistic. Momentum is just below average. Maybe it can pick up. And we have SMCI, which is up 6.37% in pre-market action. And we have ARM Holdings, which is up 1.83% in pre-market action. Still, we have resistance at 161.93, which needs to be broken. We are at 158.50. I don't see how we can break through that today, but if we do, it will be phenomenal. Our earnings are up on the 5th of February, which is tomorrow after hours. So that could be a little bit of rallying effect out here. ASML is up 0.81%, and we have Intel Corporation, which is flat in pre-market trades. And next we'd like to look at SMH, which is a semiconductor ETF, which is up 0.70%. It's above the 200-day exponential. That's a good positive, but we are still below the 21-day exponential, which makes it a little bearish for me. AV is up 1.77%. This is a drone manufacturing company. It's happening to be still below the 21-day exponential. Maybe it could break through and go above that and create a bullishness and try to do a gap down fill. This was a gap down that happened earlier that could be filled up. So that's what I'm looking forward to with AV today. And then Snowflake is up 1.45%. There's a huge gap up out here which needs to be filled, but a new cup and handle pattern seems to be forming out here. So there's a whole lot of bullishness in my opinion for Snowflake. Then Hinsbrand International has got no trades pre-market. I was thinking of it as a tariff play. I'm invested in it, but I'm in the red with HPI. But with all the tariff talks still in play, I'm hoping that if I get an opportunity to exit from this, I'll take my money and run. And we have Netflix, which is up 0.87% in pre-market trades. There's a gap up that needs to be filled, but still looking super bullish at this point of time. And I think the next one I would like to look at is going to be RGTI. The next one I'd like to look at is Rigetti, which is quantum computing. Bill Gates has come out and said something positive about quantum computing. He's saying it's not that far off. Maybe 3 to 5 years can give us viable business cases. So I'm looking that will give enough juice for us to close this gap down that we have out here and try to challenge the resistance at 18.42. So with that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. I have got a little bit of investment in Microsoft longs, that is MSFL, around 100 of those, I think 200 of those ETFs. So I would be trying to sell it when the market picks up. Microsoft is looking to mend itself a little bit. So I'm hoping for the best out there. I'm also going to get rid of FNGU as soon as I get profits, only to hold the cash so that I can get in when it goes down. I have investments in FNGD where I forgot to exit in time. So now I'm in deep red out there. So if the market goes really bad, I have got some money coming out of FNGD where my latest purchase was at $13. And if it goes above 13, I'm going to take that money out and try to reduce my exposure to FNGD. So that's the overall state of play, my friends. And as I said, this is a WWE presidency. There's going to be fantastic things said, fantastic things done, and then rolled back. So it's all going to be performative, and we have a great deal of opportunity as retail investors to make money in this if we were just able to pool our intelligence, pool the information that we have, share with each other, and try to pick some winning swing trades or day trades out here. So please use the comment section as much as possible. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.